Click, click, boom. What is going on, faithfuls? It's your boy Mike from Nothing But Niners Crew. And guys, we are back. We are here. It is day 13 of March Madness. Guys, I understand that today is the 18th officially here on the East Coast. But I promise you guys, I have brought you more than enough shows so far as duration goes, but we are here to have a lot of fun right now. So make sure you guys send in those questions, all right? Fire off those questions as quickly as possible. We're going to have a lot of fun. If this is your first time here on the YouTube show, hopefully you guys enjoy. Give us a follow on some of our social media platforms. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Twitch. Those handles are Nothing But Niners. That's spelled all the way out. Follow us on Snapchat and X. Those handles are Nothing But Nine, ERS. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you know exactly when we are going live, and then head on over to the Patreon page as well, patreon.com/NB9ERS. All right, I got to bring some more content over there. I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't done much over there, but I am about to start doing some breakdowns of college prospects. So it's going to be a lot of fun really, really soon. I like to watch that kind of stuff on my own time, but maybe I'll just hit record while I'm watching and like do a screen share and all that stuff and just go that way. I don't know. If you guys would be interested in stuff like that, that's fine. I'll let you know what I'm looking for, and I'm not the world's greatest talent evaluator or anything like that, but I do enjoy it. So send in your questions right now, and I'm going to try to answer as many as I can. Let's go ahead and get to it, all right? Let's go ahead and get to it. Let's see where we start right here. OG Big Mike, how was your week so far? Oh, man, it's been up and down, man. I told you guys about me breaking the camera. Right now I am using a new camera, all right? My new camera is here. It is in the building. All right, so check this thing out, right? So let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I get this thing to work the right way. Hold on. Let's see. So it's supposed to have like this new let's see. If I move, it's supposed to move too. Oh. Look at that. Huh? What y'all think about that, huh? Huh? What if I get up a little? Oh. Can I fake out the kid? Oh, can I fake it out? Oh, look at that. Yeah. Huh? So my week is better now. Got a nice new camera, courtesy of wifey. Wifey heard that I broke my camera. She was like, oh, no, we can't have that. Boom. Wifey to the rescue. Ordered that bad boy as soon as she heard it was here today. And so that's what it is, man. We were supposed to be bringing you guys a 4 p.m. show today, but unfortunately I was not able to do that because the camera had not arrived yet. It got here at like 5 o'clock, and then I had to leave. So, but everything is okay, man. I'm not going to be upset about it. All right. He says, I'm still heated at the deal the Niners gave Farrell. Is it outlandish to think they could have got him for the same contract they just gave Juice? I don't think so at all. I think that he could have been had for that. I don't know how this guy had the Niners in a headlock like this. Did a backup tight end like him have the market like that? I don't know who was calling for him. Now, this feels George Kittle-ish to me, right? Like, not that I think this guy is going to be as good as George Kittle, right? Because I don't think that at all, right? This guy is let's find. I'm not even here to talk about the stats. I just want to talk about his stature. All right, he's 6'5", 250. Okay, he's 6'5", 250, and George Kittle. Let's see. George Kittle is 6'4". He's 6'4", about 250 also. But when I say this feels like George Kittle, like maybe the Niners see something in this guy that no one else saw in him, and that's why they spin the way that they do to go out and get this guy. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why they've gone out and like they really are going to use him too. Like that's the other thing too. Like what if we're seeing like Kyle is now going to force himself? Like we talk about roster politics, and Wayne and I just did that show about the players choosing, like to leave the Niners, stay with the Niners, and so on and so forth. Like what if, like now there's going to be like a roster politics thing, and it's like, yo, you know what, man? Like we paying this guy this much money, we're going to get him involved. So we'll see how it goes. All right. We got our first trifecta, so let's make some noise for the trifecta here. Couldn't they have offered Farrell the same deal Landon gave Charlie Warner, 3 years, $12 million? How did Farrell get almost $10 million more? Mark, if I knew these answers, man, I would be way more tapped in with the organization than what I actually think I am. So, and I think I have some pretty good sources inside the building. But never mind, I won't say that. But like, I feel like if I wanted to make some calls, I could find out some answers. Not about this. I don't know anybody that's going to give me like dollars and cents information. But I don't know, man. Like I said, this feels like they saw something in this guy, and they're like, we're going to make that guy the next household name. It's not unusual either. Tight ends come out of nowhere all the time. I don't know that that's going to happen. This could just be a massive overpay, and that's just what they did. I have no idea. That's what it feels like to me. Mark, man, geez, 4 in a row. Now, I will say that Mark cheated. I posted this around 8 something. Mark posted all of his questions within the first, 30 minutes of me doing it. So Mark did cheat a little bit. Now, I will see if he asked any questions since I've gone live, okay? Why are Grant and 49ers Twitter up in arms about the Greenlaw deal? The same people calling Kyle and John bozos and trash talking Greenlaw week 5, 6 when he got put on IR with the groin hammy injury. Listen, man, you need clicks. There are some people out there that are just very desperate for clicks. There are a lot of people out there, I'm not going to say desperate, but that's their livelihood, right? Like, I don't do this to feed my kids. I don't do this for a car payment. I don't do this to pay my mortgage. I do this for fun and therapy. So if I didn't make $1 off of Nothing But Niners, I'd still be here. I think that this is a business for certain people. I think that this is a business for Grant Cohn. I think that this is a business for people much smaller than Grant. I think this is a business for guys like Brad, right? And so certain people have to take their videos and clip them up and put the clips out there. And there's certain people that have to have catchy headlines and have to make sure that there are thousands of people tuning into every single video. I'm not that person. Because the truth of the matter is, if the Niners did give Greenlaw that deal, they all would be saying, like, the people that are trashing the Niners for letting Greenlaw walk that way would be the same people trashing the Niners saying, how are you going to give this guy this much money? He finished the last 2 seasons on IR. You brought this guy back. He played 3.5 quarters total this season, and he was right back on IR. The Niners are stupid. The Niners are this. The Niners are that. Like, that's what they would be saying. So no matter what happened with this Greenlaw scenario, the people that are killing Kyle, the outrage, they would have it going the other way. So it's all right. All right? Damn, man, another one from Mark. Just one horn. Just one horn. Is it crazy to think that around this time 7 years ago today, Jimmy G was the highest paid quarterback at $27.5 million. Now the going rate for a quarterback's second deal is $50 to $60 million. I don't think it's that crazy at all. I don't think it's that crazy. I think that I thought at the time, I didn't realize that Jimmy Garoppolo was the highest paid. And I know it only lasted for like how long a fart lasts in the wind, right? Like, it was barely there. But that's not a lot of money. And with the way that the cap space has grown in the last 7 years, that doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't surprise me at all. Has a cap space doubled in the last 7 years? Probably close to it. Probably. So, yeah. All right. DJ Malone, he's getting closer to start time here. Here we go. Not quite after I hit start, but it's cool. Howdy, Mike. How was your St. Patrick's Day? Yesterday was pretty cool. Did a show with Wayne. My dog knocked over my camera that was broken. I tried to get it to work. Hopefully you guys saw that. If you didn't, make sure you go over to the Wayne Breezy channel and watch yesterday's BAM episode. You'll hear me curse out my dog and threaten my dog. But that was about it. I didn't do much of anything else. My wife went out for the night. I spent the day with my children. Yeah, that was it. So I panicked and was looking for a new camera, which I have now. My new camera is here. You guys want to see something really cool about this camera? Watch this. I'm going to show you guys a trick. All right, I'm just so excited about this camera. So this will tell you how my St. Patrick's Day was. Watch this. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys I can zoom in now with my hands. Like, I don't have to use remotes and stuff. Like, how cool is it? Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I'm just having a lot of fun. How much booze did you have you consumed today? Today, no. So I try not to drink during the week anymore. This is something new that I started about 2 weeks ago. That's not to say that I won't do it, but I'm not doing it just for no reason. Now, today, hear me out. It's going to sound like I'm being a super hypocrite, right? So on St. Patrick's Day, I didn't have any alcohol. Today, I do have a little tiny drink here. I needed some Red Bull to make sure I stayed up for the midnight show today. I do not have to go to work tomorrow, so that's the only reason why I was like, all right, you know what? I'll have a little bit to drink inside this Red Bull. I have a funeral to go to tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment to go to tomorrow, so I will be working from home. And I was like, you know what? I don't have to drive anytime soon. I'll have one small drink just to stay up and make sure that we get this whole thing taken care of for the show tonight. And then you went on to name a bunch of stuff about beers and lagers and tapas of 4 different beers. I don't know what any of that shit is, so I'm not going to try to comment on it. Can we get a late night mock draft with Wayne and Tony like we got a few years ago? Something. CM Punk. I don't know what CM Punk. But yes, we can do that. We can absolutely do that. All right. So let's make that happen. All right. What's your opinion on Dana White and TKO promoting boxing? I want Dana White as far away from boxing as possible. Period. I don't like the way he treats his fighters in UFC. Now maybe that's changed in the last 2 years, but I was unhappy with Dana White with how he was treating his boxers, and then I was unhappy when I saw him slap the shit out of his wife, and everyone just turned a blind eye to it. And so I have been completely ignoring any and everything that Dana White does. And because I love boxing so much, I really hope he doesn't get too heavily involved. I hope that's a clear and direct statement. Fuck you, Dana White. All right. Nick Donald here. Here we go. He says, Lynch at Gabriel's pro day, I think he could be Brock's replacement. I watched him a whole season at Oklahoma, and I watched him all last year. That was at Oregon. Talking about last year. He's a cheaper version of Brock. What do you think? I don't like this guy's size. I don't like his size. Now, I do know something about this kid. Like, he got better every single year. He went from completing like 62, 63% of his passes his first year. And then the next year was like up to like 69, almost 70. And then this last year was like 73, 74, right? So he got better and better every year, never threw more than 6 interceptions, 23, 30 touchdowns, but 6 interceptions was a ceiling. This is a guy that did get better and better every single year. He seems to be a very cerebral type of quarterback, but his size makes me nervous. I panic when 6'1" Brock Purdy goes out there and he's throwing batted passes. I don't want anyone shorter than Brock Purdy as my quarterback. I'm sorry, I don't. And 5'11" is like my size, right? Like if you're out in public, oh, how tall are you? I'll tell you I'm 6 foot, right? If we got time to talk, I'll tell you I'm 5'11" and 5/8. Like that's my real actual height. That's flat-footed, barefoot, right? But if I put a pair of shoes on, I'm over 6 feet, just like a little bit. So I don't want me as a quarterback. And like while I love to cheer for people my size, my age, and all that stuff, sorry, not trying to do it for Dylan here. So I think his first name is Dylan. Yeah, Dylan Gabriel. So not for me. Now, I will say this. If the Niners decide to bring him in as an undrafted free agent, this guy is a day 4 or later. I mean, day 3 or later type of guy. I didn't mean to say day 4. I don't think he gets drafted anywhere before the 4th round. And that might be pushing it. There are a lot of quarterbacks better than him in this draft, in my opinion. So, or more physically gifted, I should say. More physically gifted. Again, I think this is a cerebral quarterback. So we'll see. We will see. Now, if they bring him in later, we have no 6th round picks, but we have a lot of 5th rounds and 7th round picks if they want to bring him in with one of those, or if they want to bring him in as an undrafted free agent. I'm cool with it. I'm all about the healthy competition, but I'm just not – I don't want them to use one of their top 100 picks on him. I don't want them to use one of the top 160 picks on him, all right, if that tells you anything. Again, I haven't seen a single question from 12 o'clock yet. Lynch said he didn't know if they would re-sign Brock at the Combine. What do you think the chances are they let him play the rookie season and then tag him for 2 years and find? I think that's a very, very big possibility. I know people don't want to talk about it. I know people don't want to really have this conversation, but I think this is a possibility. I think with the acquisition of Mac Jones, the guy that everybody knew was Kyle Shanahan's guy before Trey Lance, this guy was the guy that Kyle wanted, and then Kyle was convinced not to go out there and get him. I think that that's a big possibility. Hey, we are in no rush to pay this guy now because we have the potential guy that should have been here all along. And now let's let this guy learn the system for a year or two. Let's let this guy know what Kyle wants and Kyle doesn't want in this system. Let's let him learn and then see what we can do. So you don't give Brock the big money because you're not going to have early outs. It's going to only hurt you. So let Brock play this year out on the rookie deal, tag him a year, see what happens then in year 2 with Mac Jones in the system, and see how he plays. I'm not saying that Mac Jones is the answer. Let me be very clear. But that doesn't mean that Kyle doesn't think that Mac Jones is the answer. All right? All right. My guy, JP Hellahard. What's up, baby? Why won't we be hosting the Super Bowl in Levi's this year? We will be hosting the Super Bowl. I just don't know if we're going to be playing in it. I don't know if we're going to be playing in it. The Niners will definitely be hosting the Super Bowl this year. It is already there. They have already started construction, making improvements and updates to the stadium. That's all happened already. By the way, this also deserves another sound effect right here because this was the first question after the show started. Now, I don't know if the Niners are going to be playing in said Super Bowl. We have a couple of things that we need to get straightened out before we get there. We need some defensive line help. We need some offensive line help. So, that's what we need to see. All right, that's what we need to see. Sin, no question here, but thank you for waiting up and then coming in to check in with your boy. I really, really appreciate it, Sin. All right, thank you so much. All right. Here we go. Here's a fun one here. All right, start, bench, cut. Ricky Waters, Sean Alexander, Priest Holmes. I don't know much about Priest Holmes, so this is going to sound super ignorant, right? I'm going to start Sean Alexander. I'm going to bench Ricky Waters, and I'm going to cut Priest Holmes. That's all due to ignorance, though. That's all due to ignorance. I really, really like Sean Alexander. I was a big, big hater of his back in the day, and I really, really like Ricky Waters. But that's how I'm going to do it. That's how I'm going to do it. All right. What's the stupidest thing you got in trouble for as a kid? Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. I beat up my baby brother because he farted on my head while I was playing dead. He kept asking me for something over and over and over, and I just acted like I passed out and fell out on the floor dead. And I just laid there for like 10 minutes straight. And he started, I'm going to call mommy. And I'm listening to him. He didn't know mommy's phone number. So when he picked up the phone, this was before cell phones and stuff. Like he picked up the phone and then hung it up. And then like, come on, get up, get up. He's pushing me. And I wouldn't get up. This dude, and I'm laying on the ground, eyes closed. I'm just listening to everything. So then he's standing next to me, and I don't really know what's going on. He pulls his pants down, sits on my face, and farts. And I commenced to beating the dog shit out of my baby brother. Stupidest thing I ever got in trouble for because it was all preventable. I should have just, was it worth me laying on the floor that long? Was it worth me faking all the death and the injury and all that? None of it was worth it. I got in trouble for that. And then I used to, there's other things that I got in trouble for, that weren't my fault. I was the oldest in the household, so anything that happened with all the other kids, it was that kid's fault. So I got in trouble for a lot of crazy stuff like that. Chuck Harmon says here, what's your favorite Irish beer and whiskey? I don't drink a lot of beer, so I couldn't tell you my favorite Irish beer. And I'll just go with Jameson for my Irish whiskey. Jameson is pretty dope. Double cask. All right. Mark is back. Mark did write a question after 12. With how York has reacted with handing out big deals and how the season went, should the 49ers have traded Debo and Ayuk after the Super Bowl? Excuses being Debo got clamped and Ayuk's price was too high. No. At the time, everybody believed in Debo still. Everybody believed in Ayuk still. You don't trade people that you believe in. And I still think there's a lot of people in the building that believe in Ayuk's ability. I understand that it's the fun topic to discuss right now. Oh, the Niners are going to trade Ayuk. The Niners are going to trade Ayuk. That's just off-season banter. I don't put any stock into it, and I really wish other people wouldn't either. Now, I'll entertain the conversation. I'm not mad when people start talking to me about, oh, the Niners might trade Ayuk and all that. That's cool. I don't get offended. I don't care if it's people on my team. When I say on my team, the Nothing But Niners team that are like, oh, what if they're really gonna trade him, Mike? What do you think? What do you think? I don't think it's gonna happen. But I'll entertain the conversation about why they could, why they couldn't, why they should, why they shouldn't. And there's just more reasons to not trade Ayuk than there are to trade Ayuk. Period. All right. I don't think his price was too high. Brandon Ayuk is barely a top 10 paid wide receiver in the NFL right now. He just got his deal ago. He just got a deal a year ago. He's barely a top 10 player right now. Top 10 paid. That $30 million is nothing compared to what other guys are getting. It's a steal. to steal. If Ayuk comes back true to form and he's another 1,100 yard receiver with 8+ touchdowns, no one's complaining about his 30 million average a year. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. So, now if he gets traded after June 1st, based off of what I saw, the Niners save some money. That's the only way it's good. Post June 1st trade, not cut. Not pre June 1st either. Post June 1st trade, all of a sudden the Niners can save some money. Big deal, big difference. Give them some more time to heal up. Then it starts to make some more sense. But as of right now, today, I don't see it happening. And I would not have gotten rid of Debo after the Super Bowl either. I wouldn't have. But that's neither here nor there. Bang. Who do you have in the Tank versus Roach rematch and why? I got Tank in the rematch, and for one reason. To me, this was Tank's first loss. I know he didn't lose the fight, technically, right? I know it officially ended as a draw, but I am a boxing enthusiast. And he took that knee. That knee should have counted as a knockdown. If that was a knockdown, that goes from a 10-9 round in Tank's favor to a 10-8 round in Roach's favor, and Tank loses that fight by 2 points on every judge's card. And so this is the first loss for Tank. The other reason that I give it to him is because of this being his first loss in my mind, and hopefully his mind and the mind of his camp people, is because I think that makes him come out now, right? So Tank doesn't do a lot of rematches. He spends the first 4 to 5 rounds feeling out and learning his opponent. You learned him. You know what you're in there with. There's no more waiting, right? He also knows that Roach can take a hit. Most people can't withstand the hits from Tank. So now he knows he has to accumulate more as the fight goes on. You're not just going to catch Roach with a good punch in the 10th, 11th, or 12th round. You're going to need to accumulate some damage. You're going to have to build it up. You're going to have to do some more body work. And he's a smaller guy. Roach is going to try to keep him at distance. He's going to try to box him more in the rematch. Tank is going to have to walk through and take some of those punches, get small, get inside, and do some damage to the body, and then take something upstairs. He's got a mean-ass uppercut. He's going to have to use that and take advantage of the size. And he has a size mismatch in his favor, in against him. But there's still a way to use it. Smaller fighters can get inside easier and faster than bigger fighters can. He's just going to have to do that and do some work. Tank has a chin. And with Tank being the aggressor, he'll be off balance a lot less. In this last fight, I saw Tank playing off of his back foot a lot, trying to get a feel for what Roach was going to do, right? He's backing up, and Roach would catch him with something, and it looks like he was stumbled, and so that could have swayed judges. With him being the aggressor, now you're coming forward, the balance is more in your favor. We'll see how it plays out. But I do have Tank winning that one. Also, probably by decision, though. Isn't Gabriel a 6th-year senior? I'm not sure if he's a 6th-year senior. That part I don't know. Let's see if I can find his playing chart online here. Dillon Gabriel. Wop, babaloo, bop, womp, bam, boom. Yes, 2019 to 2024. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is correct. Yeah, I was actually pretty good. 62.7%, 69.3%, and 72.9%. I did pretty good. And never more than 6 touchdowns. 6 interceptions, like I said. Look at me. All right. Pretending like I know some shit about these guys. Pretending like I know something. All right. But, yeah, so that's that. He is a 6-year guy. So he's an old man. If that's what you're asking, are you asking how old he is? Because, yeah, he's going to be old. Now, ESPN has him listed as 6 foot even, 200 pounds. He's 6 foot standing on his tiptoes, y'all. He's 6 foot standing on his tiptoes. Master Chef is in the building. What's going on, baby? How you doing, man? Good to see you, Jay. Good to see you. Can't wait to see you later on this year, man. Can't wait to see you later on this year. Who convinced Kyle to draft Lance? I don't know at all. And I think it's a good thing that we don't know who convinced Kyle to do that, because that could cause some tension from the outside in. We would be making up stories that, oh, Kyle's not going to be sold on Purdy because remember, like John Lynch really wanted that guy and not Kyle. And then it would just be way more chaos. It's just not worth it. All right. Jay says here, who do you think we should put next to Pooney? I'm assuming you mean at right tackle. I don't know. I think that's easy and fair to say. Or do you mean center? I don't know. Either way, I don't know. I just want some competition, and I wanted to be fair, and it made the best person win. I don't think that's too much to ask for. We know the worst-case scenario right now for the 49ers offensive line. Is it good enough? Probably not. But is it serviceable? Can you win some games with it? Yeah. Yeah, you could. So that's not terrible, right? That puts us at a record of 8-9, 9-8. Just off the offensive line. Just off the offensive line. 9-8, 8-9. Forget all the other players really quick. You've got a middle-of-the-pack offensive line. What's the problem with letting people compete at the right tackle position? What's the problem with bringing in people and letting them compete at the center position? What's the problem with letting people compete at the left guard position? Worst thing you can do is bringing people who are worse than the options you got, and you still know where your floor is. And so that's where I am. I couldn't give you a name on anything right now. I couldn't give you a name. Nugent, I don't know. Sakel, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if the answer's in-house yet. I don't know if the answer is officially a 49er yet. You know? Dion's in the building. What's going on, Playboy? Niner Gang Podcast. What's up, man? What's up? Mark says here, what do you think would have happened if Jimmy got the 49ers to the Super Bowl versus Cincinnati in 2021, where there have been discussions to extend him / trade Lance? Of course they would have. If Jimmy actually won. No. I'm lying. That year, those playoffs, like, we know that Jimmy was like, I've never seen an on-field benching before, and that happened with Jimmy Garoppolo. So I think the Niners are over him. It would have been a Trent Dilfer type situation. You won the Super Bowl, and you're not even on the roster in the offseason. Like, thanks for the win. Get the fuck out of here. I think it would have been one of those things. I do. But it wouldn't have been like he's the guy, we got to extend him. They may have even kept him, but, you know, they wouldn't have been forced to do anything good for him. All right. Who do you think would be a good? Oh, dude, you didn't have to pay. So this whole show, Jay, this whole show is ask a question and I answer. And I usually go for 15 minutes. Tonight I'm going for 30 because I didn't do one yesterday. So you don't have to do super chats. I do thank you. I do appreciate it. Where's my ching ching at? There it is. Thank you so much for that. And I'll give you a dun dun dun. But, yeah, I would have answered without the super chat. I appreciate it, though, big dog. Thank you very much. All right. Have you watched any film on Kyle Williams from Washington State? I love this question. No, I haven't. All right. Did you get pink eye? Call back to the brother fart conversation. No, I did not get pink eye. He farted on my cheek. Not up here. He farted on my cheek. But I put the pieces on him. I'm 4 years older than my brother, and I put the pieces on him, and it was pretty bad. What's the stupidest thing you got in trouble for as an adult? I think I told this story on here before. I got really, really drunk, maybe even high one night, and I blacked out. I don't know everything that happened, but the next day I woke up. My mom was at my house. My mom does not live in my house. My mom was here. I kissed my wife. I said good morning, and she says, "You have no idea what happened last night, do you?" And I was like, "I remember having some drinks. I don't know what else happened." She was like, "Babe, you got so fucked up." She was like, "You were in the middle of the street. You had your gun in the middle of the street. You were screaming about racism in the country and all that." By the way, guys, my wife is white. For those of you who don't know, I have a white wife. She said, "I'm in the middle of the street with my gun out, like screaming about racism in the country and why it's tough for a black man in this country." Blah, blah. She was saying I said all this stuff that I don't remember at all. She said it was so bad that she thought about taking the kids to her dad's house for the night. And she said she didn't know what to do, so she called my mom on me. Like, she told my mom on me. And apparently my mom came, and I listened. Like, I calmed down for my mom. She said she didn't know what else to do. She called my mom, and that's probably the dumbest thing I got in trouble for as an adult. No, it's not as fun as someone farting on my face, but, that was it. Let me see here. I think I'm going to stop there. I want to make sure there's no more super chats because I don't want to ignore those if any came through, and I don't see any more, and we have passed the 30-minute mark. So listen, man, I want to thank you guys. This was a lot of fun. There are a lot of good questions that are still in the queue. Guys, please come back tomorrow. Type those questions. I will try to post the link for the show early, okay? And then maybe you could just paste them in there like Mark did. You could just put them in there. All right. I would love to get back to those questions and those answers for you. So send those questions. All right. And that's going to do it for us tonight, though. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Let me know what you guys think of the new camera, by the way. How is the angles? How is the views? Did you like the quality of it? Let me know what you guys think, all right? I like it. I love this little thing. I'm having so much fun with this, but it's really all about you guys. If the other camera you thought was a better quality, let me know. If you don't notice a difference in quality, even that's cool. All right? But let me know, and I'll adjust, okay? I still have the pieces for the other camera. I can try to make it work if necessary. I will promise you this, though. On draft day, both of these cameras will be in full effect, okay? Both cameras will be in full effect. We got a really, really fun draft year planned for you guys this year. We've got the room and the suite already booked. Tony's going to be with me, at least Tony. We're trying to convince Wayne to come down or at least join the show. NY to the Bay, and some other guest 49ers content creators. It's going to be a lot of fun. So please, guys, make sure you guys are locked in, turn on your notifications, and all that good shit, all right? Love, light, blessings, prosperity, and more importantly, peace. I wish you guys peace, all right? That's going to do it. Prepare for glory, anticipate pain, but always remain faithful. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We them nothing but Niners.